Hey everyone. So we'll start, and I'm sure others will keep on joining. So thank you everyone for joining this. It was glad to meet you at the Y Summit event in Mumbai, which was all around strategic portfolio management and project management. And this is a continuation of that, wherein we have been running this 3P workshops to make professional leaders, project management leaders like yourself to walk you through how we are helping unleash the power using these tools that are Smartsheet and Miro that help with mapping on automating and our belief in our model that is the MAM model along with the AI layer to it that is mapping with Miro, automating with Smartsheet and managing with Joses with an upper layer of AI which is a boom when it comes to digital transformation. So today we have Rituja and Shruti who would be walking through the principles of 3Ps, that is people, process, and product, and uh, walking in depth about what Smartsheet is, what we have been doing along with Miro. So thanks for joining again. And in the end, we'll have Q&A sessions, but in between, if you feel like you have any questions, you please feel free to pause us and be happy those answers and the chat is and we'll try to answer it when while we take those pauses. So over to you, Rituja. Uh, it's all yours now.
Yeah, thank you, Sunita. Hello, everyone. I'm Rituja, a Smartsheet consultant. I help organizations simplify processes and improve their collaboration through some smart, practical Smartsheet solutions. I'm excited to share the tips and insights with you all today. Shruti, if you can introduce you.
Hello everyone, I'm Shruti. I help professionals like you to build solution using no-code, low-code tool. Thank you.
So it's a pleasure to have you all here in this 1 hour training webinar session that we have. And here we are going to focus on how we can optimize, where we can focus on the ways of working in people, process, and product aspects of our organization through tools like Smartsheet and Miro. As this is going to be a 1 hour session, we have a very, like some of them are fairly new to these tools. So the presentation is based on some fundamental aspects, but we have carefully assessed the pain points and the questions you might have had for you filled earlier in the form. So we'll reach out to you individually for more specific trainings and consulting arrangements. But yeah, if time persists, as we said, we have a Q&A at the end and we'll address the questions at the end. So the agenda today is going to be like this. We'll start off with a high level overview about us, vSaaS, the company. And then we have Smartsheet and Miro, as I said. And then we'll go through the 3Ps and the associated personas that we have picked for today's deep dive. Let's start off with who we are. So vSaaS stands for value-driven SaaS enablers. Originally, vSaaS started as an IT advisory firm about a decade ago, but in the last few years, we have shifted our focus to low-code, no-code platforms like Smartsheet and Miro. And one of the popular frameworks that we have is MAM, which is Map, Automate, and Manage, which helps organizations like you to achieve the automation, managing, mapping, and automation through Miro, Smartsheet, and Jos's offerings. So next up, just like I was saying, so Smartsheet is automating the workflows. So it's a very no-code platform which will help you streamline your tasks, or you can even scale it up from team sizes limited to startup team sizes, or even to the enterprise level. Smartsheet also has a very vast library of ready-to-use templates from PMO to BA or product teams. It works dynamically. It helps dynamic work and management across all the teams, the functions. We have real-time collaboration, and there are different views which are necessary for each area of work. For example, we have grid view, which is like a sheet view. Then there's Gantt view, which is very much helpful to the project teams. Then calendar view for timeline management, and cards to easily, efficiently manage tasks or events across. Then dashboards and reports is something that give you instant visibility, a whole high-level view on all the projects that are going on or all the events that are going on. And there are many integrators with Smartsheet. We can integrate it with Microsoft 365, Slack, Jira, Salesforce, to name a few, and there are many more. We also have a few AI-powered insights in Smartsheet, built in within Smartsheet, which could help you drive some help you get do some smarter decisions by the insights in a particular sheet just by within a few clicks. So for Miro, Miro is much more like a infinite canvas where you can ideate, brainstorm. It's like a visual collaboration tool which can help you collaborate from different teams, and it's scalable from team ideation to enterprise-wide innovation project. Again, role-based spaces like product teams, BAs, and design teams can work on it together collaboratively. There are frames and presentations which could help with storytelling, playback, and real-time co-creation, wherein everybody can contribute to it, collaborate on it at the same time. Similar to how Smartsheet has a very vast library of templates, Miro does have a pre-built templates for different sort of areas, strategy, then there are workshops and road mapping for all these purposes. Some very intriguing features are sticky notes. Then there's voting and timers for workshops. Like when we have certain workshops, we need to back and forth of ideas. That's where we could use sticky notes, voting, and timers. It also hosts a powerful diagramming, mind maps, and flowcharts with the help of AI, and seamless integration with Jira, Confluence, Slack, and many more. So it also has embedded AI tools which would help you in summarizing documents or even summarizing the sticky notes that we have added. And that's going to help you in ideation through making out flowcharts, mind maps for you. So that's Miro for you all. We go further, ensuring that the roles within people, process, and product are empowered. So today's session, can you skip back to the previous slide? So today's session is more centered on the theme of this 3P process, process, people, and trifecta. Typically in a consulting arrangement, we focus on specific projects or problem statements, but that's just the conventional approach that we follow. But tools like Miro and Smartsheet, this could help us go much more further by having some continuous improvement across all the three processes, like the process, product, and the people. Now, these are going to help you in building capabilities that would sustain innovation over time. Formally, in the future of work, success hinges on connected thinking and co-creation across these three factors. So we go further, ensuring that these roles within people, process, and product are empowered to unlock broader capacity. So we are typically focusing on three pivotal roles. For process, we have product managers. For people, we have project managers, and for product we have portfolio managers. So what happens here is when it comes to project managers, they are the ones who are aligning all the resources across the departments or enabling the governance. And there's portfolio manager who maximizes the customer and the business value overall. A product manager is who captures the requirements and optimizes the workflows. So now we have Smartsheet, the first tool that we talked about. This is going to be, I'll just walk you through a demo, how Smartsheet actually works. And then we can see a very specific use case. Just share my screen, give me a moment. So this is how a Smartsheet grid structure looks like. Some of you might have been familiar with it. Some of you are new to it. So this is how a sheet-like view is in Smartsheet. And we have specific views for, as I mentioned, there's Gantt view as well. So once we get into Gantt view, we get a Gantt chart just alongside the project plan. So it gets easier for you to track visually along the project. Then there's calendar view as well to make it much more easier to just track it if there's smaller tasks, and a card view to seamlessly. So this is the card view, which will show all the tasks like a card, which very similar to how a Kanban board works. So there are some basic views that are very much important when we work on Smartsheet. Some specific features that I would like to focus before we dive deep into the use case are the AI capabilities of Smartsheet. So we have 3 different functions that are currently available. Much more are ahead in the pipeline. They'll be coming in the next 4 to 5 months. So we have analyze data. So what this analyze data does is you just have to go over to the sheet and get some now I have a set of tasks selected. You can click get insights and create charts. It will also give us some suggestions based on what do you want to try out with the sheet. There's task completion status over time and what's the allocation percentage by assigned people. So we can just click on one thing, or maybe you have your own prompt in here. You want something very specific from it. You could just go and type in. For now, we have an example of tasks by health status. Now, what it will do is it will go check within the sheet itself, and it will grab all the stats from it. And it will give us a pie chart or a bar chart, where whatever is suitable for the data. So this way we get a very on the go insights straight away. If this gets too much into detail, we just want a visual representation, we could just go to analyze data and analyze. It will also explain the result to you and tell you why, how they've calculated it, how the AI has calculated it, based on what parameters. You can directly add it to the dashboard. So this is one example of AI tool that is available. The next is to generate formulas. So the formulas are very similar to how we use in Excel. The syntax changes a bit, but other than that, the functions are very much similar. But even if it's maybe a complex formula that needs to be followed and you do not know how to do it, it's giving errors, you could just go to generate formulas, and you have to just write in plain simple English, what do you want this formula to do for you? Maybe I can say count status. Now this is where I refer it directly to the column count status, where status is, and it will generate a formula to me. You can copy the formula and apply it to a specific cell, or you can directly go to a cell and apply it to the selected cell. So this, and it will also explain you what it is exactly doing. Sometimes it happens that you could mention a prompt and it gives a formula, but it might vary. So it gets easier to understand when it also explains what it's doing for you. So this is a very basic formula that we tried here, but yeah, you could, if it's a very complex, even with complicated formulas, it works really well. That was generate formulas, and we have text and summaries. So what happens in text and summaries, we could draft a text analysis about what's happening in the sheet. You could get some summaries, or if it's we could also get translations based on all of the sheet data. So now here, I could just say summarize the task and status, and we generate the text. So here it will see that for the task that was mentioned and the status that is mentioned, there's a dashboard creation that happens at the very end of the project. So it shows that the tasks have been completed and the dashboard creation is marked as complete. Could also just say, okay, now I just want a summary of the task. Now it will show that there's a task called dashboard creation. So it shows that this involves this task, and there are different aspects to it, and it will help you in easily monitoring, like get some text summaries, or like even for insights. And then there's the core working of the sheet where you have to generate the formulas. That was some AI capabilities. We are expecting a few more in the coming months. Then one more intriguing feature is the attachments. So within a project, it's very like for every step, there's a proofing that needs to be done. There's an attachment that needs to be added, maybe some documentation. So when Excel, where we traditionally work, what happens is we have to gather it over an email and add it to a folder. And then every time you need to access it, you have to actually go to the folder and find out for the document. With Smartsheet, what happens is now this is a filled pre-kickoff questionnaire. I want to have it here itself. What we can just do it, we can just add the document here itself to the particular task, attach some file. Now here I'll add an example of a file. And this way you have a task specific attachment added. So every task would have their own specific attachments. You can also have sheet level attachments, which would help you gather all the documents at one place. You don't have to go to switch between different platforms to go and check with the details, or maybe if it's a documentation that's sort of an approval. So that was attachments. We also have collaborations, that is a conversations. So suppose for a specific task, we could see here it has been selected, row 6 has been selected, and this is a task that I need an update on. I could easily mention my team member, ask for an update. What it does is, it will, now they do not have, this even helps you when you don't have to go separately and add access levels to it. You can easily share the access. I just want them to have a commented access, not edit anything on it. I can post a comment, and they'll be sent a email on their email ID, and also they'll get a notification on their Smartsheet, and they can easily comment, that they can easily reply to the email. They don't have to go anywhere. They just have to reply to the email that, okay, this is the update. And it will be automatically represented here within within the text box as a reply. So here, these two replies, one of the reply was done by opening the request and then adding a comment. One of them was done by directly answering to the email, directly replying to the email without having to do anything. So that's how Smartsheet helps in collaborating, where you don't have to go back and forth, go to, and like if you're using communications in Smartsheet itself, it gets much more easier. If somebody does not have Smartsheet access, it's an external party, you could easily mention them, and they could just reply to the email, and everything will be updated as a conversation here. So you have all the updates, all the past updates, past updates of the task, or the current in progress updates here itself. Again, similar to attachments, we have row specific comments. We also have sheet level comments. So that's how conversations work. So these were just a high level view of what are the more important features that we could see. One's also automations. You have a library of automations that are most widely used. These are templates. Once you click on the templates, you could see how you could use this templates, what exactly this automation is going to do for you, and then it will give you a step-by-step thing, how to add the triggers, how to add some optional conditions, and what action is it going to take. So all these details are very easily, in a very easier language, explained to you within the template itself. So these are automations. These were some very important specific features that Smartsheet gives you, and it's going to help the projects to be much more efficient without having to go back and forth. So they can share the slide, please. Now, this was
Sure.
the basic functioning, the feature level overview of Smartsheet.
Let's dive in. Everything starts with our project intake form, where team members submit new project requests with all essential details. Each submission flows into the intake sheet, triggering automated approval workflows. Approval requests go out to stakeholders, reminders are scheduled, and status updates happen automatically. Once approved, we move into execution. Every approved project gets a project folder, a complete template with project plan, rate log, metric sheet, reports, and a dashboard. The project plan is where intelligent automation begins. Notice how the project start date automatically pulls from the intake sheet. From there, we set up our task durations and dependencies using predecessors. Smartsheet automatically calculates all task days. Change the duration or add a new predecessor, and the entire schedule recalculates instantly. This cascading calculation eliminates hours of manual schedule management. Now, switching to Gantt view, we get a visual timeline of the entire project. Here's the critical part. Smartsheet automatically highlights tasks that, if delayed, will push your project deadline. This feature is essential for prioritization. We can also set baselines to compare actual progress against the original plan and track variances in real time. And here's where automation becomes powerful. Configuring automated alerts for daily digests, weekly roll-ups, task assignments, start date reminders, or overdue notifications. Set it once and it runs for the life of the project, keeping everyone informed without manual follow-ups. Our reports pull live data with powerful filtering capabilities. We have milestone reports, outstanding rate items, past due tasks, and more. The standout feature, the current user filter. Each team member automatically sees only their assigned tasks. No scrolling through irrelevant information, just personalized, actionable insights that update in real time. The project dashboard brings it all together. Project health indicators, progress charts,
milestone timelines, rate summaries, and filtered reports. Everything updates automatically as work progresses, giving project managers instant visibility without chasing status updates. At the portfolio level, a portfolio summary sheet uses cross sheet references to automatically pull data from all active project folders. One centralized view across your entire portfolio. No manual consolidation. The portfolio dashboard gives executives what they need: active projects overview, projects at risk, consolidated rate items, resource utilization, and health metrics at a glance. Leadership gets real time intelligence across all projects. From intake to execution to portfolio intelligence, Smartsheet automates workflows and delivers visibility at every level.
Okay, so Miro is an online whiteboard collaboration platform wherein teams can brainstorm, they can visualize project management using Miro. So the core concept of Miro when we talk about, so you can think of a Miro as a infinite canvas where you can draw, write, you can create flow charts, you can create your strategies over there, you can collaborate in real time. So it's a mix of all. So it's a whiteboard plus a presentation tool plus a project workspace, so all in one space. So as you can see my screen, so this is actually a Miro presentation board, like which I am presenting you right now. Next up, if we talk about Miro features, so as I mentioned, Miro has an infinite canvas. They have widgets, they have templates over 2000 plus templates, like any kind of templates from ideation to meeting to wireframing. So you can just select the template and you can directly start using. Going on, we will see example of it. Miro have AI features. I am going to give a deep demo on this AI feature. And of course, the major part is digital sticky, which can be converted. So handwritten sticky, you can just click a picture and you can upload. It can also get converted into digital sticky, and you can convert this digital sticky into your actual work plan. If you use product like Smartsheet, Jira, you can convert those sticky into your Jira cards or Smartsheet cards. In Miro, you get intelligent widgets, interactive widgets, like pool widget, where in WhatsApp or in Instagram we ask question, then we give a pool, so you can actually do this pool voting, dot voting, and many more things. So just give you an example. So let's start. I would like people who are here in the call, if possible, can you guys just scan this QR uh, for me and put your thoughts? Is the scanner scannable? Okay. So as you can see, people have scanned and they have already started putting their thoughts. Yeah, should be dark theme. Okay. So it's a very cool feature. So in terms of collaboration, so you can ask people the way I have told you to collaborate. So after this, so this is now we have got the stickies, we have got people thoughts, but now what happens? This is a raw. It's a very unstructured work. Now Miro helps in structuring the work, as we say. So we will going to use Miro AI and see how it will help. So I have already put some sticky related to project management. So we will select all the sticky and we'll hover over the Miro AI and we'll cluster it by keyword. And so what it will do, it will, as you can see, it is arranged everything in our different boxes. Sometimes if the themes and if everything is same, so if I by sentiment, so as you can see, the sticky is arranged. It is now in a structure way, the positive, in a neutral, and what are the negative thoughts it can be under here. So this is how Miro helps you in organize the stickies. And now once you have organized, then what's the next step? So Miro will also help you in that. So you can directly you can select all the sticky, or you can select one stickies for say project planning and road mapping, and you can ask Miro to generate a document for say how to implement. So what it will do, it will going to create a document for me. So it has given a whole workflow how I can do, how I can set up a whole workspace and a whole workflow in Smartsheet. So likewise, there are multiple options when it comes to documentation. So you can create a research document, you can do you can also, like from this document, now I will show you how to create a process flow. So once we select, it is showing us one object is selected. So if I'll select both the object, it can also select multiple things. Sometimes we are confused that we don't know what is the starting point, how to start creating the like basic process flow related to any specific field. So Miro can help you give a starting point wherein you can go deep in deep dive, and you can edit this process flow. You can also guide AI to help you in this. If you will ask her to put less process step, so it will do that. So it will going to reduce the steps. So if you click on add to canvas, so now you can edit your process flow. Now comes Miro also have a feature for wireframing. So I'll show you. So there is project risk. So I will ask this to maybe identify retro key themes related to project risk. So as you can see, it has given us multiple topics. Then we can expand further. We can, if you want to manually input anything, or you want again Miro AI to help you, you can expand with questions. So this is the power of Miro. And on top of this, we can actually, there is also agentic AI available in Miro. There are two personas. One is project manager, one is product leader, and one is product marketing alliance. So let's ask product leader what is their feedback. Let's try on this frame. So as you can see, these are the comment by the product leader. So it gives questions like, can you further explain it, or it put their input. So it can help you. So Miro have also an open API. So you can actually integrate any of your tools which you have actually subscribed and you have licenses for. For say we take an example of Smartsheet over here. So this is actually a Smartsheet row which is integrated with my Miro. So as you can see, I have project name and related project details. So if I actually like edit it, so asthma, I have changed medium to high. So as you can see, so this is the power of Miro. So it works both ways. If I edit something over here, it is going to reflect in my this card. And also in Miro, we have a feature of a timeline. So these are all my project cards. So all of my project card I have put in a timeline, so I can map at what time which project starts. Miro also have recently launched a blueprint option wherein you have multiple sets of templates in a different board. So if you are into like project management, so you can actually select that blueprint related to project management, and you will get a space like this where you have multiple sheets and multiple templates under there, and you can use it. You can share a particular board with a team, or you can share a whole workspace with a whole team. So this is how you can work with Miro. So now this was the Miro demo. Now I would like to show you a use case related to pharma.
Shruti, can you raise the volume? We cannot hear the audio.
Yeah, I think I'll share my screen again. Share the track, visualize adverse events handling from intake all the way through to reporting and research and development. Think of this board as our central command center. It helps us maintain transparency across every stage of our development process while ensuring we never miss a beat when it comes to regulatory compliance or safety. When an adverse event or a ticket is raised, you can categorize them by status and manage them easily through a well-organized pipeline. We have ticket in to do, in progress, and done column. You can simply drag and drop the tickets to identify and to track the progress of each ticket. This will give us a real-time visibility into our workflow. Then comes the analysis of raised AE ticket through brainstorming and listing down tasks related to respective AEs. So we have multiple AEs, and you can go to sticky note. We use visual sticky to add our thoughts and tasks for respective AEs. Once this is done and you are it is completed, you can simply drag and drop the raised card in the completed ticket section. Following that, we perform a root cause analysis and trend analysis. This helps us to identify the pattern and understand what is actually causing this adverse event, so we can address them systematically rather than reactively. So each frame here is linked to the respective. So here 001 is linked to this one, and this frame is linked to 002. Then we developed an action plan. Each action is prioritized by severity, high, medium, and low, and is assigned to a specific team member, is assigned to respective team member responsible for implementation and follow-ups. So here you will get the list of the members who are here with whom the board is shared, and you can simply drag and drop the person icon and the task will assign to that person. Comes the research and development part. For research and development, we can utilize Miro by listing down our objectives for research and development. So we can list down all the objectives over here. Then we can define the goal. And we can brainstorm like why we want to develop this formula, what is the reason. So we can do the brainstorming session here, drag and drop, team can collaborate and brainstorm. Then comes the R&D core team member setup. So here is the list of the people who are involved in the research and development. So you can drag and drop people name. You can assign them a role. So this is a very easy way to assign people for a role, and very effective visual way. Now comes the ideation generation, and here we are doing SWOT analysis. For any research and development, we do some kind of SWOT analysis, we do fishbone diagram, we do multiple things. So all the templates are here inside the template column. You can go and you can like take out any template. You can start using that template. Here we are using SWOT analysis template. You can take any product and you can do the SWOT analysis, put sticky in every like column, strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats, and do the analysis. Then comes the next steps and tasks. Over here, you can add a card. Simply go here, plus icon, then select a card and drop here. From here, you can change the color of the cards and expand the card, and you can add the task, and you can assign it to any member. So for say, this is one task which is assigned to Joseph, and we have already set the start date and end date. By this, with the help of Miro AI, you can also generate a document using Miro AI, wherein you can simply like select the frame. So as you can see, it has generated a document for me, which is very helpful when it comes to reducing turnaround time. So AI feature is very helpful in that case. Now, once the next steps and tasks are assigned to people, here is the timeline frame you can refer, wherein you can assign the task and you can set the deadline for each task. So as you can see, this task is assigned from 1 October to 19th. So here you can change the date if you like and simply save it. So you can simply expand the timeline, get a visual representation of that. We have also created a chart using the table. So wherein we can, this chart describes us how much percent we have progress and how much percent is the blockers. So in this way, it is very helpful when it comes to research and development. We can ensure that every adverse event is properly managed and every product development and improvement is strategically planned and executed. Thank you. If you have any questions, so we can take those questions now. The floor is open for Q&A.
Thank you, Shruti. Thank you, Rutuja.
With vSaaS Global, transforming productivity through Smartsheet.